Rattle mates, how we doing? What's poppin'? Dr. Snake Bones here, and disclaimer, I am not a medical doctor. Grateful for them, but no, not a medical doctor. Here, doctor means death and rebirth. And welcome to case 44. In case 44, we're going to go, let me rephrase that. I am going to go over everything that I have built through terminology, example, Rattle XR drip. What does that mean? What is that? To go into the depth of it all for my own personal reflection. This is my own documentary, so to speak. And here, we don't wait for permission, so I'm not. And the philosophy here is pretty simple. Movement is medicine, period. And so, before I dive any deeper, I just want to settle my soul, and whoever is watching, please take what resonates and slither when something doesn't. Again, this is my own personal reflection. Okay. Now, I remember back in the day, my young days, when Power Rangers were big. I don't know if they're still huge now, but when I was a little tank, that's all I ever thought about, Power Rangers. I couldn't wait to get home from school to play with Power Rangers. I couldn't wait to watch Power Rangers. And my favorite Power Ranger was the Green Ranger, Tommy. Now, at the time, I loved going to McDonald's because they had the best toys, I felt, and I still do. I still feel that way. But anyway, I remember showing Tell. I remember showing the Power Ranger toys that I got from McDonald's. I remember bringing in a turtle shell. I remember seeing other kids open up these shoe boxes, and it was like a magical playland in the shoebox. And I believe our imagination is a part of our inner child. And I don't believe our inner child goes anywhere. I believe our inner child can be buried. And what I mean by that is through suppression. And part of that could be waiting for approval, waiting for permission. So, in my belief system is the waves don't ask for permission. So why would I wait for permission to create when I believe I am created from the same thing that creates the ocean, the animals, that spark that I have in my heart, that electricity. So, show and tell. We'll do one thing at a time. We'll start small. Because when I remember, you only showed one item. Ooh, so the pressure's on. Ooh, what should I choose? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Okay, I think I'm going to pick Baby Bones. Oh, look at a little baby. There now, little baby. I remember in home ec in high school, we had to take a class, and we had to take care of a baby. And no, this baby's not real. But the point of the matter is, I look at this baby, I'm like, oh my gosh, I was that tiny once. Wow, what a trip. Look how innocent. Wow. And I love it because, and also in nursing school, we had to do a baby project, and that baby would cry. We had to change the diaper. It was so surreal. But also, when I look at this beautiful baby Bones, I see our theme color here for our Rattle XR drip. The pink and the blue, because it's the masculine and the feminine. And did you know, well, I didn't know this, I didn't know the two colors mixed equals purity for white. All right. Get some rest, little baby Bones. Now, the case file. I wonder what's in here. Ooh, there's information. Great. But before we do that, let's see here. File case 44. Let me get to the right page. We just got to get to the juicy stuff. Oh. Pardon me as I find it. Let's see here. Come on. It's somewhere. Dee-dee-dee-da. 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 Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Ooh, I have a phone call coming in. Who is that? Is this it? Son of a bitch. Who is calling me? Here it is. All right. Code 44. Freedom. Move without judgment. Rattle trauma. Okay. Intuition. No choreography. Vagus nerve activation. Nervous system reset. T for transformation. Sweat plus tears. Hopefully I don't murder this word, but the neuroplasticity rewiring. Okay. So our spirit animal here, before we go any further, is the eagle. And the eagle does not mean politics. We don't talk about politics here. Eagle means freedom. And I think any rattler or whoever is watching, when this lands on your soul, you can just watch an eagle and you see that they are not restricted. They don't ask for permission. They soar. They fly. They spread their wings. The freedom, right? So, and our spirit colors here are red, white, and blue. And we'll go over that later on. But here we go. Anti-venom fitness. Venom is suppression, judgment, poison, projections, the low vibrations of the matrix. Anti-venom fitness is the antidote, meaning Rattle XR drip. Now, definition. Fit, freedom, intuition, transformation. Freedom, permission to move, to play, to express without judgment. Intuition, trusting the body's wisdom, letting spirit and rhythm guide the bones. Transformation, old energy leaves the tissues, new energy rises, life is reborn. Now, this fitness is for the soul and our inner child. Okay, SSR. What does that mean? It means suppressed spirit rewire. The diagnosis for that, the spiritual diagnosis for that is suppressed energy trapped in the body through grief, heartbreak, judgment, or fear, or waiting for permission. The issues are in the tissues. Rattle Bones, my inner child, my real-life superhero. Not a comic, but a guide. An angel in the pit showing us what it means to play with source, energy, God, spirit, whatever you believe in. The pure, creative self within all of us. The one who laughed, danced, and expressed before the world said, "Sit still." The playground is our underground, a sacred vortex where we heal through play, a space for chaos, a space for chaos, sweat, laughter, and tears. Unlike bars or clubs, here we chase water, not poison. And why I'm here, that's why we say bottoms up to a higher vibration, up to a higher frequency, out of that costume that no longer serves you. And when we say drink till you drop, we don't mean alcohol. What we mean here is drop the ego, drop what Venom is going to think. Okay? Just some examples. Some core principles here in the ER, playground, the lab. Number 1, expression over perfection. I'll say that again. Expression over perfection. Example, literally just looking for the page. I could have simply said, I got to start over. Let me get a bookmark. Let me get it all organized. No. There are no wrong moves here. Everything is welcomed because here we can have humanity. Here we can be human. I feel like in the 3D world, I have to be a robot. And what I mean by that is, got to go to speed limit, got to play by the rules, great. But here, I don't want to be perfect. I want to be human. And who knows how to do that best? My inner child. Now, whoops, daisies. Okay, here we go. Medicine through movement. Issues are in the tissues. The cure is rattle, play. Okay. Number 3. Okay, let's see here. The mirrors. They don't teach choreography. They teach permission. 4, sacred play. Adults deserve recess too. This is our safe playground. I'll repeat that. Number 4. Ironically enough, that's number 4. Well, not ironically, the synchronicity of it, because code 44. Okay, number 4. Sacred play. Adults deserve recess too. This is our safe playground. 5, community. Rattle mates, our brothers and sisters, not an audience. Together we co-create. Okay. Closing. The mission code 44 is movement. It is a frequency medicine. It is the underground playground where we heal, sweat, cry, laugh, and rise again. This is soul surgery for the inner child. This is a rebirth. Beautiful. Now, we'll leave it at that. Just kidding. Now, what does 3D, 6D mean? Well, 3D is suppression, illusions, projections. 6D, D as in dog, unconditional love, child, frequency, source, connection. Rattle Bones equals the bridge. Now, here are some identity codes. We have the Venom healer, because I am healing. I am not perfect. I am healing, meaning when I say I'm not perfect means I make mistakes. However, I know I don't need to be fixed. I'm not broken. There's a difference. So when I say Venom healer means I was in the Venom room, meaning I was in the battlefield, and I have learned through unplugging and creating a space where I can be me, period. Where I don't have to perform, and I can play, and I can co-create, just like Source, Spirit, God has. Because everything I believe around us has been created. Yes? Okay. So sometimes you might hear me say Doc. And Doc here, like I stated before, death of the ego, open heart, channel energy. When I say rattle, we rattle off illusions, activate energy, transmute, tap into love, live in power. And Rattle Bones, already dead, skeleton, shield, fluent movement, power. Okay. This is getting good, so we'll keep going. The clarity, science of movement, nervous system reset, emotional release, brain rewiring, physical health, and cardio health. This is basically really good heart medicine. Connection to joy, evident by serotonin plus dopamine. Okay. Suppression science, the cost of not moving our beautiful bodies. The physical diseases. We'll start with heart disease, diabetes, obesity, cancer, bone problems. Cancer risk, weak immunity. And this can just be Googled too, by the way. Okay, mental diseases. Depression, anxiety, burnout, addiction. Spiritual disease, disconnection from source, autopiloting, living, SSR. So, that's just a little data for myself. Okay. Now, let's talk more about SSR, the disease. And again, that means suppress, spirit, rewire. SSR is killing you, killing the cure. Here's the cure. Suppressed energy equals silent death. This disease isn't in textbooks. You've been carrying poison since childhood. They'll medicate you. I'll liberate you. Ooh, nose is itching. Let's do this again. SSR, the disease, because this is juicy. And again, SSR is what I have been spiritually diagnosed. I diagnosed myself. And what that means is, I was tired of waiting for the right moment. And I needed to move my body. And not just move my body, I needed to move my body in a safe place where I didn't have to perform to be perfect, where I can mess up, where I can have emotional healing release if that needs to happen. Meaning, deeper, meaning crying, laughing, farting, whatever that is, just being in that element and not giving a damn. Okay. So, SSR is killing you. Here is the cure. Number 2, suppressed energy equals silent death. Number 3, this disease isn't in textbooks. Number 4, you've been carrying poison since childhood. 5, they'll medicate you, I'll liberate you. And when I say you, I mean whoever this lands with. And this is soul medicine, meaning you'll find it if it's meant to be found by your beautiful soul through your inner child. But I'll say it again, this is my own personal reflection. This is what I've been building the last 4.5 years. Okay. Freedom versus performance. Whoops, I've skipped one. See, I'm human. Here we go. Rattle XR as soul medicines. Doctors can't prescribe this. You can. You, because you are your own soul surgeon. 7, your body already has the cure. The cure is your DNA, your source, your birthright, your energy that is making your heart pump. That's giving you thoughts, ideas. And the water is just the activation code. Now, the medicine is movement, period. Rattle XR, sweat out the venom. 10, this isn't fitness, it's survival. It's play with our inner child. It's unplugging from the world. Freedom versus performance. No choreography, no judgment, just freedom. 12, stop performing, start existing. 13, this ER is not high school, meaning we don't have comments, we're not here for drama. It's almost like this. Would you feel comfortable if you were in a counseling session and the door was wide open? Okay. 14, forget the stage, find your soul. 15, clubs sell poison. We serve soul medicine. Now, how are we doing on time? Ooh, look at the time. And we'll stop right there. 23 and 36. Well, we won't count the seconds. But that's a good break. I feel like this is good. Baby steps. So, we are just diving in this case file. Case 44. And it's beautiful just to reflect back on just the creative flow of it all. And it's funny because I literally was going through paperwork because I'm getting ready. Well, I'm in the process of doing another project for my leadership program. And I forgot that I had all this. Because the original plan was I created this rattle spine, and rattle spine is pretty much the orientation. It's like when you go to the first day of school. Normally, back in the day when I was in school, we didn't have homework the first day. It was almost like you cared more about your your school outfit. And one of my biggest pet peeves is especially if you had white shoes and someone would step on the back of your shoe. What? That would always bug me. But anyway, with orientation, you just kind of go over the structure, the syllabus, what the year is going to look like, your schedule. You meet up with your friends to see who's in your homeroom. At least that's what I did. So, and then even with jobs, every job that I had, it was orientation. And being in healthcare, we would sit in a room. Normally they would have like snacks and normally. But then we would go around and everyone would kind of introduce themselves. And then we would do a tour, go over paperwork, watch videos. I mean, honestly, it was boring, but good data. But yeah, and I feel like now that I've been in it, I've been in the playground, I've been in the arena, now I can build the knowledge part, the file. Well, the file's already built, now I can reflect it to myself. And so that's what's coming up next. Because I think if a rattler sees this in the frequency cabinet, maybe, just maybe, something might click. And when I say something might click, my first thought was maybe it'll click that they don't need permission. They can just do whatever they want to do. Write a song or I don't know, try out for that gig or let me fix my glasses. Okay. Try out for that gig or ask that person out. Whatever it is. You know, Nike says it best. Just do it. But I want to make that clear. Just do it, meaning if it's out of unconditional love and it's not in harm and it's doing something that makes you feel good internally, whatever brings you joy. We'll just keep it simple. Whatever brings you joy. And these glasses falling off my face do not bring me joy. But creating and being creative, clearly, and coming up with Rattle Bones and the rattle suits, building my own command center through my pain. How cool, right? So, I feel before I do the orientation, I think the case file is very important. It's like, okay, we just pulled up to Burger King. Now, are we going to go in there and look at the menu or what? So, we just pulled up to ICU, ER, playground, and that means ICU means inner child unlocked. Mm-hmm. And ER means embodied release. Mm-hmm. And rattle play is just another word for child play, letting our imagination run wild. Mm-hmm. Example, the Minions. You know, it's interesting. The Minions, I'm pretty sure a kid did not create that. Meaning, a little child in a little child body didn't walk up and say, I want to create the Minions. I believe it came from an adult. But I also believe, like I was stating earlier, the inner child never detaches. And if that is true, that makes sense about Disney. Toy Story, 101 Dalmatians, Avatar, the new Avatar is coming out. That wasn't made from a little kid. And what I mean by that, again, for clarification of myself, that's like a little infant baby walking in and saying, ooh, I want to create a Disney movie like The Little Mermaid, or the movie Babies, or Boss Baby. I believe it was an adult using their inner child mind to create. Didn't mean to wake you up, baby bones. So yeah. And, come on. 6D means unconditional love. And that's what we are here. Unconditional love. Okay. So yeah, I believe the case file needs to be first. And then we'll go deeper into the orientation, the rattle spine, the thought, because I believe it all begins with a thought. Okay, well, that is all the time we have. Thank you so much. And if this vibrated your being, consider becoming a rattle mate. And much love. Cheerio!